Court is calling 2023 CR 2715W, State of Texas versus Ernest Diaz Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Herrera for the state.
Defense.
Austin Hagen for Mr. Diaz.
Are you Ernest Diaz Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the document entitled application? Is it application for deferred adjudication in, just community supervision?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Diaz, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled waiver of indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to have the grand jury hear the evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to indict?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that your attorney has certain rights, namely 2 days from the presentation of the information and 10 days from the presentation of the information to prepare for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of repeated violation of a court order or bond condition family violence? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State, are you recommending probation in this?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any objection to the court checking off the box that says recommend community supervision?
No, Your Honor.
No.
All right. All right, the state is recommending community supervision. This will run concurrent with County Court Cause number 691262. There's to be no contact with Victoria Zuniga. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, next I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be 150 hours community service restitution, the BIPP, MIC, DDRF, TAP evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
So,
Then to the offense as charged in the information, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contact, Your Honor.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
State's exhibit 1 and all attachments.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, state, you may continue to confer. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, it states in the report that Mr. Diaz has been living with her for the last several days prior to December 11th, 2022. Is that correct? All right, Mr. Diaz, were you living with her then on September 8th?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I have spoken to his mother and many times about Mr. Diaz, and she does want him to get the treatment that has been recommended by the state. That is the reason why we're not fighting the case. The victim has signed an affidavit of non-prosecution in the lesser misdemeanor assault. And Mr. Diaz does want to take this opportunity. He does take the probation very seriously, and he does have support from his family. Ms. Zuniga did sign an affidavit of non-prosecution. I would ask that the condition of no contact be changed to no harmful or injurious contact. But other than that, we would just ask that the court would follow the recommendation of the state and follow the agreement, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have children with Ms. Zuniga?
No, I don't.
Do you have children at all?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
One's 17, 16, and 9, and 5 years old, and 3 years old. My six-year-old.
All right. How old are you?
33.
33.
33, Mr. Hunter. Sorry, I'm nervous there.
All right. No problem. Here's the thing, Mr. Diaz, I think it best that you not have any contact with Ms. Zuniga. The court can always reconsider that once you're stabilized, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't think that's a good placement for you and counsel, since obviously you're in contact with Ms. Zuniga. Would you let her know that it's not helpful if she asks to have a no contact order with somebody and then invites that same person to come live with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that needs to stop.
Yes, Your Honor.
And let her know.
I will,
And
Your Honor.
Mr. Diaz, I want to let you know that if Ms. Zuniga calls you and asks you to come live with her, if you come and live with her, she's not going to be the one in trouble. You're going to be the one in trouble. She has a protective order out against you. There are civil ways for her to lift that if she so chooses, but that protective order is there for a reason, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so there's no contact with Victoria Zuniga. There's 150 hours of community service restitution. Is he receiving SSI or anything?
Oh, sorry about that.
No,
No, yes, I'm about to receive SSI. I'm about to, that's what I'm wondering right now.
All right, so we're going to do 150 hours community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes with compadre, compadre. If he completes that, then the community service hours will be waived. Regular reporting with probation by Zoom or in person. And what is your SSI for?
Heartbroken,
I'm sorry, what?
heartbroken.
For having your heart broken?
Yeah, I was heartbroken a while back. That's under the service. Sorry. Your
The
Honor.
medical diagnosis?
Yes, yes, it was. And,
But there's a medical diagnosis for being heartbroken?
I've never heard of that, Your Honor.
No, I'm always willing to be educated. Let me see here.
I'm so sorry, man. That's what they had it on there for. I was
No,
trying
no,
to shock myself.
no problem. I want to know if that's a diagnosis.
Well, I guess you have heard of dying of a broken heart, Your Honor.
Well, no, there is actually, no, I see what you're saying now. So actually, there is a broken heart syndrome. And they call it that because it mimics heart attacks. So look, thank you for educating us.
Yes, ma'am.
Because see, people were thinking of a broken heart. Everybody's thinking, oh, somebody broke his heart, maybe he'll find somebody else to be with.
Now you know why I'm moving.
But actually it is, it mimics a heart attack.
Okay, that makes sense, Your Honor.
All right, there we go. We've learned something. All right, so then what I'm going to do is you're going to have to provide proof of SSI, or you'll have to have proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Is he going to be staying with his mom?
My sister.
Your sister? Does your sister, have you spoken to her? Does she want you there?
Yes, before I came over here, I was on GPS. She was fine with me living with her as long as I gave her some money for some rent or something like that.
Okay,
So I'll be on the job or something.
all right. There's going to be the, State, is there a reason to order BIP? Because it appears that this is merely him staying with someone he should not be staying with. And she's asking that he live with her, but I don't see anything of violence in the report. He was having a mental health episode.
Yes, Your Honor, this offer is, or the agreement is taking into consideration a misdemeanor, family violence case.
Okay,
So that's why we were asking for that.
all right. So the BIP, I'm going to want a mental health evaluation. Have you used any drugs?
I used the drugs about 3-4 months ago.
What drugs were you using?
Methamphetamine. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. I know they look at people on a case-by-case basis. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. All right, can you tell them to expedite that? We'll get it before 2 weeks, okay? All right, probation, is there anything else he needs? Yes, if I can have field visits 1 time per month. And if there are no issues with the field visits, then let the court know. If Mick, if he doesn't qualify that, give him a referral for Center for Healthcare Services and see if they can get him a case manager to address the Hokum broken heart syndrome and also any mental health issues. Are you on any type of medications at the jail?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and let probation know he is receiving medication at the Bear County Jail. Is there anything you need from the court?
No, no.
No.
All right, anything else, probation? All right, and it's very important that you not have any contact with Ms. Diaz, Mrs. Zuniga, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
If she tries to call you, don't answer. If she asks you to come over, don't go, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, let's go.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 2715W, State of Texas versus Ernest Diaz Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
State.
Defense.
Greg Gameray for Mr. Diaz.
And are you Mr. Diaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Ernest Diaz Jr. who was placed on community supervision and 2023 CR 2715W for the offense of continuous violence against the family on March 27, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 39 on or about the third day of April 2024 in Garrett County, Texas. The defendant, Ernest Diaz Jr., did then and there fail to comply with the rules, regulations, or instructions of the Bear County Community Supervision and Corrections Department's duly diagnosed residential facility, in that the defendant was unsuccessfully discharged due to disregard of facility rules in violation of condition number 39.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'd waive the other violation.
Objection.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 39, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 2 years in the prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Understand.
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 39?
Yes.
Court will find 39 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's your Honor. We are asking that the court grant the motion, revoke the defendant's probation and sentence to 2 years.
That is our agreement, Judge.
All right, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Want to take care of this today?
Yes.
It's a little nervous, Judge, but we
No
talked about
problem.
it.
There's no need to be nervous, okay?
Mhm.
I'm just trying to make sure that I do what is best for you and also best for the community. So, probation. Oh, if you could speak up so the court reporter can hear. What is probation's recommendation?
Judge, at this point, it's revocation.
All right. And so, Mr. Diaz, there is no other program or any other placement that's available for you. So I'm going to grant the motion and I'm going to follow your agreement. I'm going to sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with the complainant. And this wasn't a family violence case, was it?
It was continuous family violence, but I wasn't the original.
All right, thank you. And there's an affirmative finding of family violence. And I'll request mental health for him at the prison. Mental health therapeutic community. Whether or not you're placed in that will be up to them. I have no jurisdiction to force them to do that, okay? You still have to ask for it, you understand? All right, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the defense.
Nothing from the state.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal
Yes,
with
ma'am.
your attorney?
Yes,
Did
ma'am.
you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and also an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. When you're released from TDC, if you can't find someone to help you with your mental health treatment, you can always come back to court. If I'm here, I'll try to direct you, okay?
All right.
But when you're released, it's best for you to go to Center for Healthcare Services, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.